All right, guys, let's talk. Let's talk about one of my strengths. Let's talk about one of my weaknesses. Okay, so my strength comes from me being alone, surprisingly. And my weakness, because we need irony, is anything that involves other people, distractions in the form of other people. Scrolling, when you get on Facebook, you just get to scrolling, getting caught up in everybody else's business. Always what's going on the outside, or where other people may think about me, but I'm really locked in when I block out that outside noise. Really, when I forget everybody exists. And when I'm in a room like I am right now, when I'm by myself, completely by myself, to truly live in the moment, you have to forget people exist for a moment. And what do I do with that? I create. I create. You know, that's a trap when it comes to social media and things like that. It's not a complete trap. It's not a complete trap. But here I am, and I'm worried about what's over there, what's over there, what's over there. Never about what's right here in front of me. And I got all these tools in front of me that can go underused if I'm not focused on it. When I'm not focused on the world around me. And also when you spend too much time focusing on what's out there on the interweb and things like that, you start to put yourself in a box by way of, let's say you're a creator, a content creator, I don't know, an artist of sorts. Then you start thinking about what they want. Fuck what they want. All right. So I kind of have this, when I'm really locked in, I have this audience of one mentality where I'm like, okay, I'm doing this for me. All right. Because when I start doing it for other people, as far as what I try to create, I don't do so good. I don't get that much done. I'm always second guessing myself. There are things that are for the people. There's some things that I would do. Like I would come to defense of people. You know what I'm saying? And I hold firm with that. All right. So this is not something where I'm trying to cater to the people by trying to create something that I think they may like. It's just one of those things where I'm calling it how I see it. So if I speak out against injustices, against I don't know, let's say people who look like me, or if I speak out against injustice against women and children, things like that. I'm not looking to cater that towards those people. Like I'm not trying to say, oh, what would they like or whatever. This is solely my perspective, even still. So that's why I like the mentality of, okay, all right, when I go to social media, what am I putting out there? I want to create more than I consume, which really sounds very unrealistic, but just imagine what would happen if I did that. As I'm talking about this, it reminds me of Basquiat. And Basquiat, he just create. He had but I mean, we're not alike though, because I mean he had this thing about being stimulated. So like he would like have the TV on while he writes, or while he draws and while he paints, and he would have jazz playing, and he would have a lot of people over. Me, I kind of have to strip myself of everything. Maybe I can have some jazz playing or classical music, whatever. But for the most part, I have to. Look, I can have people around me, nothing. All right, and that's when I'm at my best. What stops me from getting there, or what stops me from staying there for being more consistent at being in that state, or for some of you guys, what stops you is that FOMO, fear of missing out, and also habit, just the habit of pulling up the phone. Oh, let me see what people saying about this, people saying about that. You do it enough throughout the day, and you just almost can't stop it. And you just got to keep checking. Just keep checking. Every spare minute you get, you got to keep checking. Right now, I'm trying to program myself that when you get those spare moments where you can't really do too much but stare at a wall or pull out your phone. I'm trying to go through my tabs, the tabs on my on the Chrome uh, on my phone, the Chrome application on my phone, to, check out some of these tabs that I pulled out or on business related things. It just seems so much simpler. And I can't even say it is. It just seems so much simpler to go to Facebook. But I mean, go to, I mean, no matter where you end up, you're going to be consuming something. You might as well consume that which is best for you. That's what I try to tell myself. All right. And so the more that you do that, the more that you focus on this quiet, world that you have for yourself for a moment or so like that, the more locked in you're going to be. The more your voice matters more than anybody else's. And that should be the case in your own personal world. This doesn't mean you're better than everybody in the actual world, but in your own personal world, your voice is the loudest. You are the creator. You are the editor. You are all of these things that you need to be to push your narrative forward, to advance your own personal agenda. That's how it should be. All right. We don't want people thinking for us, or people setting the precedent, people becoming the guide for us. The the tell all for us. We don't need any of that because we have all that inside of us. We just have to be more tapped in. We have to spend more time there so we can build competence and confidence and up our level of production. If that's what you want, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, of course, there's a time to go out there and see what's out yonder. But I would say that maybe most of the time, or I don't even want to talk about most of the time. Every moment that you can get, every moment that you have by yourself, should be spent on yourself. You know, for the most part. No, I'm not trying to say you don't do things for other people, but if there's work to do, then you have work to do. All right. So I hope I made some sense because this is kind of what my lesson of today is for myself slash yesterday. I've been spending too much time on the outside, on the exterior, and I need to, just like I start my days off for the most part, I need to start in here and just kind of let that be the guide. And then later on the day, when I get sick of myself and sick of my creations and things like that, now I go see what's going on in the world around me. But as far as I'm concerned, I could be the only one alive right now. I don't hear anybody talking. I'm the only one in this house, the only one in this room. I don't hear anybody. I'm the only one that exists right now. All right? Until I go out into the world in a couple minutes, which I will, and then life goes on as it's laid out. I then become part of the environment. But all right. Anyway, best wishes. I'm rambling.